We are back to the RAS 47. Today that rifle had the best 1000 rounds. That still didn't stop the rear side slider, who decided for some reason to eject himself from the rifle. I honestly don't even know when that happened. It was during one of the dumps, and I just realized that the right side of the slider is gone and I couldn't find anymore that piece. So I honestly don't know when that happened. As you guys know, we have our iron sights are basically no longer working because the front post is unscrewing itself, and then we lost the slider, and so basically we had to switch to the scope. And with the scope we did the 300 yards accuracy test, and that scope and the rifle, the scope was 3x from Primary Arms. That's experimental unit calibrated for the 7.62 by 39. But with that scope, the rifle is still very accurate. So I want to give the kudos to the rifle. That barrel is still shooting very accurately. We had absolutely no problem engaging the targets from 300 yards and scoring the hits without any sweat. Also, there was a question about, one of you guys were asking, is the dust cover rattling? And I never addressed this, but as you can see, I mean here, there you go, yes, it is rattling. So, you know, to one of these guys, that's your answer, the dust cover is rattling. Other than this, from the, you know, basic cosmetic issues, I don't see anything else which happened on this rifle today. We were talking about possibility of gas block moving away from the rest of the rifle, but I marked the spots and it didn't move. So it was just the illusion. So the gas block is not moving, guys. Also, I want to talk about something for a second. There was a lot of talk, rumors spread on the internet that this rifle has been dragged behind the car, beat up, and it run over by SUV. This is a completely bullshit, guys. This rifle was never dragged behind the car. It was never run over by SUV. This is a brand new rifle which I have purchased, and I have purchased the ammo for this test. All we do with this rifle is shoot it and you know, record the performance, put the pictures online so you guys can see what's happening with this rifle. It was dropped a few times on concrete on the magazine, but that's the standard test which I wanted to see if it improved to the previous test which we did on a different RAS 47. And yes, the rifle did very well on the drops and also did very well on the dip in the river. This was all in the previous episodes, but I want to make this clear, guys. Don't listen to some guys saying that we drag that rifle behind the car, drop it from the tree, or run over with SUV. That's absolutely not true. Okay, enough of the bullshit talk. Let's see what we got inside. The rifle has been cleared as always, but you know, let me see what's happening. As always, I didn't have any problems with the recoil spring. However, we had the one malfunction, and this was during the videotaping without the dust cover. What happened was the bolt got stuck in the bag, and that was without the dust cover. I have no idea why that happened, but it did happen, so I just want to let you know. All right, let me pull out the bolt carrier and the bolt, and let's start as always with the bolt carrier, then we'll switch to the bolt. Let me see what's happening. Basically, the good thing is I don't see, you know, I don't think anything more is happening on that front of the bolt carrier. It is deformed from the previous 1000, but right now I don't see that much of the progress of the deformation. How we are looking with that rivet for the piston head. The rivet, you know, moved. You can see it, it's sticking out a little bit, but it didn't progress. It's not working himself out. So yes, you know, it's not going to go bye-bye on me. Let me check the piston head, because we had the deformation marks from the previous 1000, and right now they are not progressing. So whatever that gas tube did to the piston head, at least as of right now, it's not deepening. So that's a good thing. Let me see the dovetail, if we have any more progress on the dovetail deformation. Nope, it looks like that doesn't move as well, so that's a good news for the RAS 47. Whatever was deformed, it looks like this 1000 now didn't really made any, you know, that much of a difference on the dovetail of the bolt carrier. Yeah, that looks good. How we are doing with those marks inside? They are still freshly exposed. You know, there is that meat which was grind off during our shootings, but it looks like whatever happened on it, it formed and it's hardening right now. So at least I don't see anything new progressing yet. All right, so that will be a good news. And it's hard to see something with the naked eye, but at least as of right now, I don't see much of the changes on the bolt carrier. All right, let me switch to the bolt. And as you guys remember, we're having problems with the rear locking lungs on the back, but this looks like whatever that damage was from before, I don't see anything new on it more than it was. So that's good news for those who are rooting for the RAS 47 to survive. That's for sure is a good news. And again, yeah, it's just that metal is flattened out, but it's not. It looks like it's not digging anymore, because you could see from the 500,000 and 1,500 and even 2,500 rounds, you could see how the metal was being, you know, that metal was being scooped more and more. This time it looks like it's flattened out, and it's actually polished like a mirror. You can see you can still see the marks of that deformation, and absolutely it's flattened out on the side, so it's folding over, but at least it's not progressing. So that is a good thing. That's you know, I'm really, that's the main thing I'm afraid of, that this rifle will lose the head spacing, and then you may have some, you know, really bad experience. But I don't see anything more on the bolt locks. This cutout continues to be here, but I don't think so. It didn't move deeper either. So whatever damage was done to it, it looks like that 1,000 rounds which we did right now, it didn't matter that much on that rifle. So okay, so again, you should be watching the pictures circling in front of your eyes. So you can, maybe if you will catch something, let me know, post underneath of the video. But that's it. I mean, whatever it was on it, it is still here, but at least it didn't move. All right, let's have a look inside the trunnion and the chamber. All these are looking good. The rivet is still holding up. That our one rivet, you remember, guys? Yep, that gap is continuing to grow, and you can hear it, how it moves. Yep, I'll unzip the microphone, put it. Yep, this is from the rivet, guys. So that rivet, this is the rivet I'm talking about. This rivet is still moving, but it didn't escape on us like that rear side slider. And inside the trigger hammer looks good too. Whatever was happening on it, it's not moving forward. Also, the rails are looking really well. Nothing is happening on the rails. Chamber is just dirty, and the front of that trunnion still has the fresh marks from bolt carrier smashing against it. But I'm telling you guys, I'll go on a limb, and I don't know the hardness on that trunnion, but I bet you that trunnion is hard as hell. It's much harder than the regular AK trunnions, but we'll see about that when we'll do the testing on the hardness. And the back of the trunnion is looking very well too. Nothing is happening here. All the rivets, safety is doing very well. The one thing you gotta give it to Sentry is that this finish is really holding up well. I don't see, you know, any big scratches or anything on on the finish. So they did that nicely. Let me pull out the gas tube. Let's see if we have anything happening up front on the gas tube. And nope, it's just dirty, but the gas tube is holding up. The rear is holding up as well. Nothing is happening, no damages, no cracks. That's a good sign. And as I said, the marks on the piston head, they are from the gas tube, but the gas tube is absolutely holding up, so nothing is happening here. How we are looking on the gas block is looking normal to me. It's just dirty because our rifle wasn't cleaned. And it's not going to be cleaned. We're running it as it is, but it is lubricated right now, guys. Remember from the last episode, we are lubricating the rifle right now with the regular CLP. After around 200-250 rounds, I'm lubricating the components. So as I said, the goal is to not kill this rifle. The goal is to learn from it and see how it is progressing, and you know, how's the wear progressing on it and everything. All right, guys, as I said, the gas block is holding up well. I don't see any damages, and you know, we had two stoppages today. The one was with the bolt carrier being stuck in the back without the dust cover, and the second one was a failure to feed from the surplus magazine, but it was on the last round left in the magazine, so I'll blame magazine for it at this point. So it was a really probably the best day that rifle had in our testing. Going forward, we have reached right now 3,500 rounds, 1,500 rounds left. Stay tuned, we'll see what's going to happen to the RAS 47. All right, guys, please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.